Thank you everyone for joining us. I know a lot of individuals are trying to connect with us on our YouTube page. Awesome. So it's been a pleasure getting to connect with everyone this morning. It's just about 3 after 11 a.m. my time. My name is Akinbade, Principal Consultant for A3 Immigrations. And it's been a great pleasure getting to connect with each and every one of us right on this platform. It has become important for us to address some of the concerns that we have based on most recent observations, most recent developments, announcements that has been coming since towards the end of last year, sometimes in December to be precise, up until now. Updates still coming every time, everywhere, and so we just want to address that. For me, I would just want us to drop our questions. I'll be taking quite a number of questions as we go on in the course of this webinar. This is just an information session where we get to address some of the things. Well, a lot of people are reaching out. Please just let your friends know that for everyone that you've invited to be a part of this, that we are coming on Instagram. We're having a lot of issues trying to connect with our YouTube page right now. I think YouTube is trying to ensure the validity and verify before we are allowed to be able to come online. So please let them know it's happening on Instagram, and then we will try as much as possible to also have this posted afterwards on our YouTube page for those who are not able to take part in the course of this. All right, so recent updates. Very recently, let me start from what we had in December last year. There has been a lot of ranging from study permit to recent developments to immigration in itself, Agric pilot programs, the federal skilled worker options, different trades that has also come up. It is important for us to now understand that going forward right from December 1st of 2023, letter of acceptance, which is same as LOA, is now important. It goes through the verification process now. So in case somebody's asking, that has kicked in since December 1. All LOAs are now being confirmed by IRCC through the school portal. There is a portal that is now in place where they get verification for individuals and for every LOA that is being submitted for application. So it's key that we have that taken note of as well. And then the next update, 22nd of January remains a very key date for us as immigration consultants, and of course to Immigration Canada as a whole, when the immigration minister Miller actually made some couple of announcements, and those announcements I'm going to try to summarize them effectively, what it means and how it translates to what is next for us. Now, one of the basic is that going forward, individuals will now take there is a 2-year cap on study permits. Technically, what this means is for the next 2 years, there's going to be a control in terms of the numbers of study permits that have been issued, right to everyone coming in to Canada to study. And it simply also means that the province of Ontario would experience about 50% reduction in the number of study permits that have been issued compared to 2023. This is in comparison to 2023. I'm going to be giving you the figures as we go on as well. And by that, it also simply means that there will be an overall 35% reduction in the number of study permits that have been issued. 35% reduction, decrease in study permits overall as at in this year 2024. And that number comes to about 606,000 right now. That means only 606,000 study permits will be issued in this year 2024. Now, one of the basic things we also need to understand is that provinces will now be allocated. They are the ones to allocate the cap based on the number of study permits they can issue. If, for instance, it has been established that Ontario would have 50% reduction. Last year, 2023, Ontario, being one of the most popular provinces here in Canada, had the highest number of study permits that were issued. But this year, they are going to experience 50% reduction in that as well. And overall, 35% in reduction to the number of study permits being issued. And number two, also, it has been stated that effective January 22nd, provincial attestation letters are now required to apply for study permits. A lot of people, the shortened form for the purpose of this webinar will be PAL. When I say PAL, PAL is simply provincial attestation letter. This comes into play effective the date it was announced, which was January 22nd of 2024 this year. It means that before you can submit your study permit application, you need a provincial attestation letter. If you are coming in for undergraduates, either bachelor's, diploma programs, colleges programs that are run by colleges, you will now have to, it's a must, submit an attestation letter alongside your study permit. And this cap that we have said, the 35% overall reduction, is PAL, the attestation letter that is being issued by the provinces, excludes just 3 sets of individuals. It excludes those who are coming in for elementary or secondary school education. They do not require the attestation letter, and the cap does not come on them. Those who are coming in for master's program, they are also excluded. They will not be requiring the attestation letter. And for those who are coming in for their PhD programs, those ones are also excluded from the provincial attestation letter. It simply means you are able to, one, get started. If you are coming in through the elementary or the secondary, as a secondary school student, you do not need a provincial attestation letter. The cap doesn't affect you. You are coming in for a master's program, the cap doesn't affect you either, and you do not require a provincial attestation letter. You are coming in for a PhD program, you are not affected by the cap, as well as the provincial attestation letter is not required for that purpose. Having also mentioned that, it's also important for us to address that as from 1st of September 2024, individuals who require provincial attestation letters will not be able, their spouses will not be able to come in to get a post-graduation work permit. Post-graduation work permit for those taking PGD programs from colleges, regular diploma programs, bachelor degrees program, would no longer be able to will not be able to, they will not qualify for the post-graduation work permit. And also individuals who have what we call private college curriculum licensing arrangements. This is an arrangement between public colleges as well as private schools. There is always an arrangement. Some schools come up with arrangements. I'm not going to be mentioning any school here, but there are a lot of individuals who a lot of DLIs, public or private schools, who have these arrangements. It simply means you get an issue, you are issued an LOA from X school, that is a public school, and then you end up taking your program in a private arrangement, in a private college. You will no longer be eligible from 1st of September 2024 for a post-graduation work permit. You will no longer be eligible for it. And spouses of individuals who are would no longer be eligible if your, for instance, your spouses are taking PGD programs, they are taking diploma programs, they are taking college programs, bachelor's. Their spouses will no longer be eligible for an open work permit, SOWP, spousal open work permit. Such spouses will no longer be eligible for that. So what does that tell you? It simply means if you still have an offer that is up until May intake, yes, that does not include you. But anything outside of May admissions, your spouses will not be eligible for spousal open work permit. In the real sense, it means no. But if you are coming in for a master's program or you are coming in for a PhD program, that will be absolutely you have the opportunity to get it. Someone may be asking, oh, what about those of us whose spouses are already inside Canada, who already have study permits? Yes, you are still eligible for it. You are able to apply. This is only open to those who are outside of Canada. For instance, whether you are now taking a diploma program, you're already inside Canada, you are taking a diploma program, you're already inside Canada, you are taking a bachelor's program, you're already inside Canada, you are taking a PGD program, you do not require a provincial attestation letter for you to apply for an extension of your study permit. Let's assume your study permit is expiring August or April, and you are taking another program in September. You do not require a provincial attestation letter for you to be able to apply for an extension of your study permit, which is also some good news for those who are already inside Canada. Yeah, so that's the simple explanation for those recent updates that has been everywhere, and I hope that has been clarified. If you have any question, please just drop them in here. I would get someone to read, someone to take note of them, and then once I have it, I'll be able to also clarify. Should you have any question regarding that arrangement, the recent announcement. Also, as part of the announcement that we now have, there is also a lot of other updates regarding the other phase, not just the study permit in this context. It will interest you to know that right now there are a lot of other immigration pilot programs that the government of Canada have also been able to establish as well. For instance, there is an update regarding the Agric pilot program. A lot of individuals have sent in questions to me just before the start of this program, and they are asking what's the update happening with the Agric pilot program. This program is open to those who are of Agric background. Recently, I'm sure we must have also taken note of that in 2023, the government of Canada came up with quite a number of pilot programs. Now they have separated a lot of, there is a lot of updates regarding how draws are being done. The express entry draws are being done. Now they've been able to separate the federal skilled worker program. They've been able to say, oh, there is now the health pathway. There is now the hospitality pathway. There is now the Agric pilot pathway. And for those who really didn't go to school, without prejudice to them, or those who went to school but went to trade school, there are also pathways also for such individuals. So I got a question regarding the Agric pilot program, and so I'm just going to be trying to dissect that. That's a lot of changes were made from February 10th. That's about 2 weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago, there were a lot of changes to this Agric pilot program. The Agric pilot program is simply for those who are in the Agric sector. That's simple. You have your first degree in agriculture or food or something related. You have your second degree, or you have any experience in the Agric sector. Then this is for such individuals. Just like I mentioned, now that we have a lot of programs that is tailored towards a particular group, this Agric pilot program helps us. Canada being there are a couple of provinces. Next on our YouTube, we are doing a video where that will be posted, where we are going to be talking about provinces and what is prevalent in those provinces. There are a lot of provinces that are Greek prone. For instance, I will be mentioning like PEI, Prince Edward Island, is an Agric province. Saskatchewan is an Agric province. So, and some part of Alberta too, where I'm based, is also an Agric prone area. And so the Agric pilot program was introduced in the first instance to help address the labor needs in the Agric sector. There are a lot of needs for general laborers, people in Agric. There are a lot of needs that needs to be covered as well. So the government has come up to say, you know what, let's look for a way to address this particular one, and then we're able to get out of it. So the pilot program is a pathway to permanent residency. Now, a lot of individuals in the past have always thought that the program is for those who are express entry program, or the permanent residency program is basically for those who are well read, I've got education, I've got work experience, those with language that are very strong and all of that. But the good news about it is that for this, Canada is tweeting towards bringing in inclusiveness, trying to bring in everyone, as long as you have the basic requirements that helps us to communicate, basic English, you have a Canadian language benchmark, CLB 5, then you are solid. So it's not like those days where you need to score 8, you need to score 9, especially if you are still very young. With CLB that is a bit low, and with the right approach, then you should be on your way to getting a permanent residency. And with this Agric pilot program, non-seasonal workers also are being addressed. Here in Canada, there is what we call the seasonal and the non-seasonal. Seasonal workers are those who are only in work in season, right? For instance, someone works in the marine, aquatics, or things related to fish and some other things. There is a time of the year when that is prevalent, and so those are seasonals. There are non-seasonal ones that whether it's always the labor is always readily available. So this Agric pilot program, that has been the trend, and on February 10, 2024, like I said earlier, applicants who now reside in Canada have the opportunity as well to how do I put it now, to submit their application. Before now, experiences gotten from inside Canada did not count. Work experience did not count while they are under the open work permit, but now it is counting. So it simply means you are inside Canada, you have an Agric experience back home or before you came in, then it might also be an opportunity for you to apply for the Agric pilot program as well. For individuals who are in the health care sector, that has been addressed. For those who are in the healthcare, somebody is saying, oh, I think I just work basically in the care system, in the social work system, in the support category, have something that is related and all of that. Then it is also an opportunity for you to come into Canada. There is the healthcare pathway that is open also for such individuals. A lot of individuals come into our DMs, send messages, emails asking us, okay, how does this really work? Just like I said with the Agric pilot program, where that is designated for individuals who are in the Agric sector. The healthcare is also designated. The healthcare is also designated for those in the healthcare field. If you have any experience, certifications that is related towards that, then it's an opportunity for you also to come into Canada through that program as well. What are the requirements for either the Agric pilot program, the healthcare, or the hospitality? Now, one of the basic business in Canada, talking to you from about 5 years of experience, is that the hospitality business is a viable business here in Canada. Same way it is with the food business, hospitality, food, the health sector also. Those are thriving businesses here in Canada. So for those who are in the hospitality field, yes, there is also opportunity for you to migrate to Canada through that program as well. There is a pathway also that has been designed for that. And the requirement for either the Agric pilot, the health, the hospitality, or any other one, you need a basic IELTS, a basic English language, either IELTS or CELPIP. And the good news right now is that the PTE also is acceptable. So either you are taking a PTE, you are taking an IELTS, you are taking a CELPIP, or any other language, testing language that is acceptable, then you have that. You need to evaluate your results to Canada standard. There are a lot of them out there. We've got WES, World Education Services, IQAS, that is the Alberta. We have ICES and a couple of other ones. You can take advantage of that, have it evaluated, and after that also you need to have a minimum of 1 year of work experience. 1 year work experience, and then you are solid. Then also you need money. You need money that says I want to settle in, except of course you have a job offer or you have an individual who is offering you a job. Then the part of the funds might not be required, but you need a minimum fund for you to be able to settle in Canada, which is popularly known as the POF. You need the POF to come in. Living in Canada is not cheap, so prepare yourself for that as well. Someone is asking, sir, can someone immigrate to Canada through the pilot program? Yes, you can. I want to believe maybe you joined in a bit late. Yeah, we've spoken about it. Yes, you can. It's a pathway. It's a pathway, and if you check the recent draws that was done in this month, February, the score for the Agric and those related to Agric was lower. The score was very low, very, very low, 400 plus. That's where you see it. Last year they picked a CRS score of about 300 and something. Same in those with healthcare. So in case you are old or you think you are, in case you think you are old and you've got experience in the healthcare sector, you've got experience in the Agric program, then this is also an opportunity for you. They come with lower scores that is required. And then someone is asking, can you work at an Agric field if you have no experience in agriculture? No, you need a minimum of 1 year work. Minimum of 1 year. Someone is asking, can a diploma student September batch switch to a master's? Yes, if you qualify for it, why not? You can speak with whoever has assisted you with your admissions if you qualify. If you qualify for that. Recently, I am aware that there has been a lot of modifications also in terms of the requirement for admissions and what you can qualify for. So you may want to check with your agent to assist, or your advisor, or to the school if they have that readily available. Someone else is also asking. Just a minute. Yes, we are for those who are asking us. YouTube, we have not been able to come up, but we'll try and see if we can post this on our YouTube channel. Requirement for masters. Well, I'm going to be talking to you with a few of experience that I've got working in the education space. Requirement for masters, you need a transcript. Requirement for it requires you having a transcript. So transcript, you need that one to be able to. You need a transcript. You need your first degree. Data page of your international passport. Yes, you need that. Those are the basic things you need. Then those are the basic things that you need to be able to get your master's admission. Yes. So, like, I wanted to also touch base with. I also wanted to touch base with the French program. The government of Canada has been doing a lot lately in terms of those who speak French. French speakers are now really wanted in Canada. You speak French, you can communicate. Then this might also be an opportunity for you to come into Canada through that program as well. You write the TEF program, and then that allows you to also come in as a permanent resident to Canada. Recently, going in the news, there has been a lot with happening in that space. There has been a lot happening in that space for the TEF speakers. Canada is bilingual. It has been English and French, and there are also on the streets of Canada. Basically, we hear more of English. Maybe because I'm in this part of it. Maybe if you go to Quebec, maybe it might be French on the street for you. But either English or French, it is your right to determine what language you would want to be addressed in for that. Someone is asking total money needed for POF in the account. The basic you need, depending on the situation of your application, if you check online, was increased last year, effective immediately January this year, that you need a minimum of $21,000. Yeah, you need a minimum of $21,000 as your proof of fund, excluding every other cost. So you may want to check what other costs you have on your letter of acceptance. You may want to check other costs that are related, hidden costs as well. Someone is asking, what's the process for PhD application? Do they pay the PhD student stipends? Does the dependent get an open work permit and then transcends to PR status? AK Sam, thank you. Yes, well, the process for PhD program is require a lot of research work being done. You need to write supervisors to get one. Once you have a supervisor asking you to apply, then you can go ahead and apply for a PhD program. Do they get stipends? Yes. If it's a funded program, yes, definitely they get stipends, which is determined by fundings that are available for such individuals. Yeah, the dependents get an open work permit. I mentioned that in the course of the address. They get an open work permit, and of course, they qualify eventually to become a PR. Someone is asking, is the 21,000 I mentioned living expenses card or dollar? In Nigeria, we spend naira, so in Canada we spend Canadian dollars. Someone is asking, how much is business administration fee and PhD program? How much? By the word how much? It's a function of what schools are offering. If you're saying business administration, is this a master's program? If it's a master's program, the cost of this program varies. But I'm going to tell you it ranges anywhere from $33,000 up until $40,000 for a 2 years program. For a PhD program, it doesn't have to be paid. If there are fundings available for your PhD programs, then definitely you don't need to pay for the program. But if you need to pay, also, somebody is asking, Feishola 2021, you did not answer my question, sir. Please, what's your question? You wanna? I've missed out a few questions. Maybe you may want to get your questions across again. Sorry about it. In Winzu, I've answered your question. Masters of Business Administration look anywhere from 33,000 up until 40,000 average. Remember, I don't work for the schools, so for the schools, but I can tell you that that's about the cost for a 2 years program. So if it's 33, you divide it into 2. Someone is asking, is chances of getting family visa high for work program? I've just mentioned to you what you should be looking forward to, and for those who qualify to bring in families right now. Do you need to show proof of fund if he's applying for PR outside Canada? Yes. Even if you're applying inside Canada, you also need proof of fund, except you have a valid job offer. If you have a job offer, you have experience working in Canada, you have your pay stubs already, then that may not. But for every other application from outside Canada for a PR, 100% you need proof of fund. That's the way to show you are viable. That's the only way to be assured that you are coming to Canada to be a part of it. I have a HND in Agricultural Extension and Management, and I want to know if I can come to Canada through the Agric pilot program. Absolutely. If you have taken a program in Agric, all you need to do is to be sure that your school is your HND program is verifiable. Once you are able to come in through that program, once your school says your certificate is equivalent to whatever it is equivalent to in Canada, then you are solid. You are able to come in. Feishola, thank you. Sorry I missed that question earlier. Someone asking, do you need to have gotten a job to get a work permit? A work permit is for those who have job offers, except you are coming through the spousal open work permit. Whether it is LMIA exempt, whether it is a job offer is a requirement for you to say you have it, for you to apply for a work permit. Somebody is asking, what are the opportunities in construction field? Well, enormous. If you check online, you check the Canada Job Bank and so many other places, you see roles available for construction workers. Provinces such as British Columbia, even here in Alberta, endless constructions ongoing. And recently you must have also had post the housing crisis that we had in Canada. The Prime Minister Trudeau has been doing a lot of work in terms of going around provinces, getting funds available out for us to get accommodations, buildings ongoing, and that has been the norm for a long time. So construction workers, yes, you are there. Someone is saying, is this real? The information I'm giving to you, if it is real, well, the information I'm giving to you is real. So I don't know if there's anything else you're asking me if it is real. Well, just as I begin to wrap up this because I have to get on another meeting in a couple of minutes. For everyone it is important for us to understand that we will be addressing a couple of concerns every week. If you have not already done so, ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel where we'll be doing a video every week addressing different aspects. Our next video will be focusing on provinces and what is prevalent there. So it will also help you to make an informed decision. You're not just coming in to say, oh, my friend is in New Brunswick, and so I'm running to New Brunswick. You need to know if it has your kind of opportunities, what you're looking for, if it is available on that one. Thank you so much, mo_Iluwebe. I hope I got that name right. You're welcome. Someone is asking, what are the pathways available for medical doctors to practice in Canada? Wow. The pathways. Now, it is important for you to understand that, one, medical doctors right now, there is a program that the government just introduced in the course of this month to medical doctors, and what that does is that if you're able to get how do I put it now, organizations that says, oh, we want you to come, you're able to resolve some of the health sector issues, and they are willing to provide you with the support you need, then you're able to come into work. But as a medical doctor who doesn't have job offer, who doesn't have sponsors, you're just looking to come into Canada, absolutely, I've spoken about the healthcare pathway for you to come into Canada right now. And when you come in, you're able to then challenge the board exam, which usually takes some time. I've seen individuals who have in 2 years been able to 1 year plus been able to challenge the board exam, and now they're looking for residency in order for them to be able to practice. Absolutely. The YouTube channel, A3 Immigration Inc. Together, A3, A, alphabet, then number 3, then Immigration Inc. That's it. We would also have this video, if we can, put it up on there so you can watch for those who have missed out. Someone is just asking, can you please help someone to get apartment if he or she has gotten approved? No, it's not part of our services, but of course we can send you links where you can look up for accommodation on your own. You know, what you may be looking for may not be something that, but with that you're able to, and you are sure of all of the processes, 100%, you are sure that once you're able to, you have what the requirement is, then you are sure that's one. Okay, so can you please help someone with all these processes? Well, we are licensed by the government of Canada and we are regulated, so yes, we can. The process begins first with an assessment. We need to know which of that option would make sense for you. We need to know. After that, we're able to advise you on what, and then you can make an informed decision regarding that. Someone is asking, is there any immigration? Yes, I mentioned that earlier. There is a trade skill option that is available, trade skill. You may want to check that out, look that up online. And if you'd like to have a personal one-on-one assessment, yes, you can also speak with the team. Leave a message for us on our Instagram or on any of our platforms, which is our website. Yes, you're able to. Someone is asking, a friend is a student here in Canada, our passport expires this year, but our program is till next year. How can they go about you? Yeah, there is Ottawa. Let them reach out to the passport service in Ottawa, Nigerian. That's the Nigerian house. Let them go. Let them speak to them in Ottawa. Ottawa would they are able to renew their passports, and then they can apply for the extension of their study permit. That's what can be done. Such individual can look up the information. Engineer, that's called Billion. I think I like this Billion. What are the opportunities in Nova Scotia, sir? Well, Nova Scotia is more of an Atlantic. It simply means it's more of water area. So opportunities, if you like Agric, you are a fisherman, or oil or things related to Atlantic, yes. Yes, you're able to. Those are opportunities that are there. Watch out for our YouTube. We should be talking about things that are there. Somebody is asking, does MSc microbiology holders have a great chance with job in Canada, please? Yes, they do. Everyone has his chance at work in Canada. I didn't say getting the job will be easy, but everyone has a chance of it, a great chance at that. Awesome. It's been a pleasure getting to connect with us. We're going to be doing this I don't want to promise. I don't want to promise, but we should be doing this, I think, every week, where we can be able to answer your questions, and then we can be able to. Thank you, everyone who's saying, thank you, sir. This session is highly informative. Well done. Thank you. These are eye-opening facts. Thank you. Raw facts. Thank you. So, in case you have any question, please drop them on our DMs. We'll gather all of these questions together, and then we'll come again your way, where we'll be able to answer some of these questions the way they are. One of the basic things we can guarantee you is the right information, and then from there you can make your informed decision. Thank you so much for connecting with me, everyone. We look forward to. We are sorry we couldn't do this on our YouTube. We will try and see if we can post this there. If we can, then you can also watch it over again. Tell your friends, follow us, subscribe, and then we'll be more than excited to get you started on that journey. Thank you so much, everyone. From me, it's a pleasure connecting. Well, if you are a part of this, we are working on trying to see what we can do, knowing fully well that this season is actually a very good season for everyone. Speak to the team; they will let you know what it is we can do, discounts we can give in order to have these sessions really available. Thank you, sir. Appreciate. Contact or email. Okay. Follow us on Instagram at A3 Immigration, and then you can leave us a DM. For the phone lines, let me see, because we have individuals who are connecting from everywhere. So for the phone lines, let me see what lines I'm giving out. You can leave a WhatsApp message for us on 091 36601125. Let me see if I can just type that out. 23491 36601125. Please, thank you, AK, for that. Thank you so much for typing it out. Just follow us on our page, and then we'll be more than happy to get you. Thank you so much. We'll be coming your way again next week. We'll be coming your way next week. We'll communicate this definitely, and then we'll let you know. Thank you so much, everyone that has connected with me. And then we'll also post it out, and then you can rewatch. If we missed out anything, there are questions you want us to answer, please leave them on our DM. We'll be more than happy to take them, and then we can discuss them when next week. Thank you, and bye-bye, everyone. Take care. Bye.